A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twinflame Union. Now, in this particular session, I'm going to be talking about the mirroring that's going on happening between the DM and the DF collective. I just love the way, this dance keeps happening, and it's like such a fascinating process of releasing stuff and becoming purer and purer and lighter and lighter and lighter every few months or few weeks or few days, or maybe every day. It depends from person to person how much of how much like crazy you are for your inner work, and how much you enjoy yourself, you enjoy your life, you enjoy to learn, and how much you enjoy to be independent and free and relaxed, and you believe more in community and giving and just being happy in the moment. So what's happening over here is that they both somehow they figure it out to get out of the loop of replaying old trauma and fears again and again. And then when they stop it, like when they stop replaying it and they get out of that loop, they can now create, or they can at least walk on the path, or you can say they enter the next level, which shows them the path to a new reality. And now it's up to them if they want to walk on it or not. And of course, they're going to walk on it. So what is this whole mirroring that's happening between them all about? See, first and foremost, it is the feminine. It is always the feminine. Whether it's the male, whether gender-wise it's the male who gets the Kundalini awakening first, or it's the female who gets it first, does not matter. The gender does not matter. The one who gets the awakening first, the one who's chosen by the dark mother, by the lunar energies. Because see, feminine is connected to Luna and sun is connected to masculine energy. So for awakening, you need lunar energy first to awaken, and then masculine follows. So you could be a man, but you could be experiencing Kundalini awakening. The whole purpose of starting this channel is to not give you what everybody else is giving you, that is false hopes and false education and knowledge about Twin Flame journey. Twin Flame journey is a science. Twin Flame relationships or the ascension journey, whatever way, even the way people put the labels of twin flames, like this person is my twin flame and that person is my twin flame. Energetically, they don't know it yet. They only know this when they get into deeper inner work. And this has been told to me by many people. Like when they came to me in therapy sessions, they were like heartbroken. They were really in bad energies. And there's so many testimonies who my students have written. I never asked them to do it, but I think they are so happy with the results. They keep messaging me like, this is how I feel. This is how it is. I cannot believe it that I'm the same person who used to be so sad and so obsessed and so depressed and so unworthy. You can see it in their faces. You can see it in their body languages. The body language, the energy, once it shifts, it's like a new person recreates in front of you, who's more happy, light. They don't take everything to their heart. If at a place, they're at a place, and somebody wants to say 2 + 2 is 5. You don't want to argue with that person. You don't want to waste your energy. You will say, sure, you're right. And then that's it. Because you know that arguing is wasting your energy. But in some places, if you have to literally speak up and, stand up for yourself, or you have to, shut someone up who's just demoralizing everyone and demotivating everyone, then you got to stand up to that person and tell that person that, what? You're full of shit and you can shut up and you can leave from here, because I'm not going to entertain you, because you're just trying to demoralize me and that will not work out. So these type of things you learn to figure out, like where to use which tool. All these things are tools, basically, tools of communication, tools of energy work, tools of happiness, so you need to know how to use it. So as per the energy of this channeling, the masculine is like now mirroring the feminine. So how do they even get to know what is the stimulus? So basically the feminine, when she does not get back to them. So usually how this runner chaser always works, like the runner runs away. It's usually the masculine, again, not gender specific, but usually the masculine who runs away, and it's the feminine who chases, like convinces, and please don't do this. I'm so sad without you. Call me, message me. I'm waiting for you. So at that point in time, whatever happens to the feminine, it's like really deep pain. Really deep pain. It's so hard for them to go through it. Okay. So every time I have seen it every time, and you may not believe it, those of you who are in a long-term separation, because this long-term separation is the game changer actually, because this will lead you to surrender eventually. So when she is done with it and she leaves, okay, say for example, there's a couple, they are running and chasing, so he runs away, he doesn't contact her or doesn't talk to her properly for a month. And a month is a long time in any relationship, It's okay, you can give space to people, but they at least need to tell you that they are looking for space or they need some time or whatever. But at that moment in time, both are so spiritually immature. The other also doesn't understand it, like, there are some traumas, there's some healing going on. They don't understand that. They just see it as like, I'm unworthy, or I'm unlovable, or this person is not contacting me. Why? It's my lover, it's my boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife. Usually in husband and wife, it's even more annoying because they are living together. And imagine you're living together and you are doing the runner chaser dynamic, like in the same house. It can be frustrating as hell. But I'm not going to compare anybody's pain with anybody's pain. Whether you're married or unmarried doesn't matter. You are going through this pain. So feminine goes through it, and then she decides to leave. Because she tries a lot to convince him to, like, oh, please understand, please do this, please do. But he doesn't listen. So she's like, okay, bye. Now when she says okay, bye, this is when he starts to come back to her. But she doesn't come back this time, I'm just talking about the first runner chaser. After this will only increase, okay? So she doesn't want to come back. Maybe she's booked tickets for some other place. She's gone to another country for a vacation, or she moved to another city. Maybe while they were together, he was not letting her work. He was being that, superstitious, orthodox, weird ass person who was so insecure that he would say, hey, don't go out anywhere. I don't want any man to see you or any man to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. As soon as she becomes this free-spirited person, obviously she's more attractive, so she will have other people around her. And he cannot tolerate this. When he is with someone else for that 1 month or 2 months, he could even be intimate with someone else. He doesn't realize what he's doing at that point in time. But as soon as she says, I'm done with this shit, and both are powerful. Both are like, when they decide something, they'll do it. So now she's like, I have some self-respect, so I'm not going to listen to this person. Now it is his turn to go to all the dark feelings, and already because he's involved himself with other people or other things, and he did not find any happiness. Most of the time it happens that the karmic entanglements and the karmic relationships, because they're just trying to escape, are like even more problematic than their relationship. So they feel, they realize that my person was much better. I need to go back to this person. But now this person is not available. Now they've gone away somewhere, okay? Now they will go away somewhere, and this is the time when they will get awakening. Like, awakening also does not happen in one go. It happens little by little by little. So that's the reason why we need to do inner work and therapy work continuously. Like little by little by little. But after some time you feel like it's heavy or it's not nice. Or maybe a therapist can find a way to create those situations or that type of energy around you that will make sure that things will surface up, things will come up. But then this is the process. You feel bad for some time. These are called ascension symptoms. You can't take it. At one point in time, you feel like, oh my God, I can't take it. And then you need to release it and you need to process it. And that's why we have so many ways to process it, because twin flame journey is such that just by talking you can't process it. You just basically have to figure out certain things. Okay, so now say she goes away now and she finds someone else and she's like, okay, I'm gonna enjoy with these people or this person, I'm gonna be happy now. But then her experience is only good till the time she is usually in the case of feminine, it's not even the people, it's not the men or women these feminines are involved with. It is something that happens in their life, something so situationally wrong happens, or some kind of situation will be like so out of control for them that they would have to let go of that particular relationship. And why they will get hurt is that whosoever they find, very nice person, very loving, very spiritual, everything is there, but they won't do anything when they have to leave. Like, they won't be a support system, or they won't. So even they have a poor karmic experience. Okay, so when they have this poor experience with karmics or any karmic, then what happens to them is that they are like, fine, I think I can connect with my person again. Okay, so they connect with that person again, and this time they are like more understanding, they're happy, they feel at home every time they come back to this person. But then this does not last very long. Again, for some time it's good, for some time it's okay, again it goes bad. So now they have to go through these cycles again and again, so that both of them eventually reach to a point in their life where they have to admit and accept that I need to work on myself. I need to heal my traumas. I need to heal my old patterns where I am in fear-based energies. So this takes a while. And this is the reason why we say that the feminines usually end up doing the spiritual inner work and the masculines usually end up doing the matrix inner work, because they are the first ones who decide to run, or they are the first one who fall into the karmic trap. Okay, so as long as they're enjoying, it's okay. But they also sort of awaken when the feminine is like not contacting them, not calling them, not messaging them. And at that point in time, the karmic is acting crazy. So they're trying to get back to the feminine and they're dealing with the karmic nonsense. They go crazy. This is how they learn. And then, they see that the karmic is such a horrible person. Like every karmic they meet, they're always disappointed. Always disappointed, no matter how nice she could be in the very beginning. They realize that it is always a delusion. And the bigger they run, the bigger jump they take, the higher speed they take to run away, because they will reach eventually a point where they would not want to run anymore, because they will be like tired of running and tired of even just the way the feminine gets tired of chasing. Like the feminine is like, I can't chase anymore, I can't convince this person anymore. I think they're going to learn their lesson on their own. In the meantime, I need to enjoy myself and I need to be happy. Most of them actually do inner work first and then they start attracting other people. So finally, when they reach that, the big separation, when the long separation appears in their life, now this is the time, when things actually start working out for them in a different way, because they feel that, this is the maximum I can run, or this is the maximum I can chase. I can't chase more than this. I can't run more than this. And sometimes it also is triggered in a different way. Like, say, the masculine keeps running. It's like 7-8 cycles have happened already. And finally, he runs again. And now, I have seen in some cases the feminines even fall really sick. They fall so sick because of this, that sudden running away or something very derogatory happening, like they fight like cats and dogs, they abuse each other, they throw things at each other, something happens, of that nature. And it's like, what we are doing, we are acting like karmic people, we are acting like the worldly people. They understand that. So we don't want to do this. So sometimes they mutually also say, I think this is just not working out for you and me, so I think we need to go. In some cases, it's like They get so depressed. They don't fight, they don't speak, they don't say anything much like that. But they keep going through the cycles of depression and then coming out. One day they are very nice, very happy. 1 week, 2 weeks go very nicely. Then 4 weeks of sadness and constant, weird energy around them, some dark energy around them. So finally, when they realize after 7-8 cycles, when they have this solid experience, of horrible karmic or karmic situations going wrong out of their hands, or they are like completely disappointed, like to the core. When you get completely disappointed to the core, there is nothing left for you to do. And you also get this feeling that, this thing will never work for me. Me running away or me doing this or me doing that literally will never work for me, no matter who comes in my life. No matter, in the very beginning, where every time a karmic is presented to the masculine, it's literally like a fairy tale thing for them. They go like, wow, of everything, the looks, the body language, the confidence level, everything, and karmics have a really good chameleon-like energy. So they can literally transform themselves into that person. Look at the Kardashians. They do it all the time. Look at Courtney. She was never into rock music. She would never wear those dark black clothes, or she would never, keep her hair like that for all the years that she was with Scott Disick in an on and off relationship. As soon as she met this guy, Travis Barker, she doesn't look like herself anymore. She used to always talk about, I'm a mother, I want to take care of my children, I want to do mom things, I want to do this, I want to do that. All of this is out of the window now. The constant PDA that she's doing with Travis Barker, sometimes it looks very staged, but it looks kind of yucky. And I don't know why they keep using it in the plot line. They keep saying it again and again. Like they're doing PDA, they're doing PDA, they're doing PDA, oh, come on, give us a break. We know what PDA is, and we've seen so many stupid people doing PDA everywhere. There's a place and time to do things, guys, not like this. There was an episode where they're going to see a house somewhere, and while they're seeing the house, while the realtor is with them, literally, and the camera people, they start making out. So it's all fake, it's all fake. They're just so fake. How can you do this? How will your emotions... if you're a normal person, if you're an aware person, you know that so many cameras are following you, you know that someone is selling you their house. How can you just start making out like that? How would you even get horny or get seduced in a situation like that? But they do it because they're really good at it. And honestly, out of all the Kardashians, it was, maybe even now, it is Courtney who I used to prefer. But I don't know, it's good to see her happy. It's good to see that she's finally found someone. But for some reason, as a spiritualist, I know all of you are in the same journey. You're all ascensioners. Somehow it doesn't look like a spiritual relationship. It looks more like a heavy duty karmic relationship. So that's karmics for you. Karmics will literally absorb your energy and literally like a chameleon, they will change the color and everything, and they'll make the person love you so much, because who doesn't like someone who's just like you? But inside they're not like you. Inside they're still, in their narcissist energies, still, trying to do whatever they want to do. And everybody, every man, starting from Kris Jenner, every man that they've been with literally goes through a cursed life when they leave them. You know why? Because when they leave them, there's nothing left to absorb. Look at Kanye West. He is the one who actually made Kim Kardashian look like an A-lister celebrity, who's a fashion icon, who would have some style in her, He did it all because he was this famous rapper who's eccentric. He can say anything. People still like him, but they've turned him into a mental patient. They've literally turned them into a mental psycho patient while they keep using his image, like how bad he is as a husband, how bad he is as a person, and I have to deal through so much. And then they'll cry so much on the TV show, all the time crying and always trying to make themselves look good at the cost of another person. So many men, fall into this trap who have no training in this area. As long as, like in India, we have a fruit called sugarcane, okay? Now, sugarcane is a very sweet fruit, and it has natural glucose in huge quantities, and this is the same fruit from which you get sugar, okay? So, the chemically created sugar as well comes from that. In fact, a more herbal and natural version of sugar also comes from sugarcane, but people, again, we are not trained to use it, so we don't know about it, right? So anyway, this sugarcane, it looks like a rod, okay? And there's a machine in which they put this sugarcane stick, and then they squeeze out the juice. And they will keep squeezing the sugarcane again and again, till the time everything is sucked out from it. And then the remaining will just go into the bin. So this is exactly how karmic energies work. They will stay with you, they will hang out with you, they will love you, they will spoil you, they will do everything possible they can to suck out everything that you have. So at the end of it, you will not have anything left in you. You'll be completely, you really have to be very lucky, or you have to have a really good therapist, or you really have to have somebody on top of you who can pull you out through this, and whose talks or whose advice you listen to. Because if you keep thinking, I can do it myself and I'm like this, or I'm so intelligent, then obviously the narcissists have had or done all their work on you as well. You're just like them now. So you have become them and they've become you. So you're gonna reach to the point where you actually met them and uplifted them. So they'll take you to the point where they'll downgrade you. It's like literally swapping yourself with someone else. But it's crazy, but it's real, okay? The Kardashian sisters are a very good subject if you want to study narcissism and, karmic bonding and all these things, like how they are with men. Like Chloe is one of the, after Courtney, or you can say there was a time when Chloe was also very likable. When she was at her natural best self, I don't know why they kept calling her fat and ugly. She really didn't have any extra fat on her body. But now she has to do so much plastic surgery and everything, to just fit into these people. And look at all the men she is always with. She's probably the only one, who gets used by other men. But then she's like a covert narcissist, She looks like the victim, but she's usually not, because she's making money out of these people, or she's like getting some kind of sympathy, or even TRP. So at the end of the day, you question yourself. Like if you're so affected by a person, if a person is publicly doing you so much harm, why would you hang out with them? You will hang out with them if you're benefiting from them. So the karmics will hang out with people till the time they don't benefit. So now, what happens really, with this case, with this channeling that we're talking about, DM and DF, they learn to get out of the loop. So first of all, they both understand through these cycles that we need to fix it on our own somehow, and we need to get out of this. So when they're trying to get out of this, they will for sure go through some dark phase. Like inner work and therapy is like that, my friends. And then when they see a change, they see a big change in either one of them. For example, when the feminine stops chasing, she's done with the chasing. She's like, I can't chase you. I need to work on myself. I need to heal myself. And he says, okay, I'm with you. Let's both of us heal ourselves. I'll do my thing. You do your thing. And while he says he's doing his thing, for example, he finds a karmic. So now he starts hanging out with the karmic. At first, it's going to be a bit secretive. But, the feminine can smell it. She finds out that there is something going on. Something is cooking up. And she'll figure it out eventually. She'll find out. And he will not deny it. Most of the times he doesn't. This time he obviously won't, because now he wants to take it like one step further. So he's like, you know what, I'm happy with this person. Maybe he doesn't say it. Maybe she just stalks them. She finds out and she confronts. She finds out, okay, there are pictures online or something is going on. So she's like, fine, now that this is happening, it hurts a lot, but she's like, it's my turn to be happy now, because he's happy. So it's literally like they give, that stimulus, as I said, stimuli to each other. So when she sees that, you know what, he has actually stepped up. Like he was with me in this loop, in this depressive loop, and we were like both going crazy, but somehow he did good for himself. And whatever he was doing, maybe he was trying to set up a business, or he was looking for a new job. Maybe whatever he was doing was actually for the both of you, but he got greedy or he got sidetracked. So he was like, let me pick this up, whatever came his way. So when he picked it up, it hurt the feminine in a way that she also realized, or she also awakened her competitive streak. Like, if he can be happy in his life doing his things, I can also be happy. Now, most of the times I have noticed anyone who has this feminine energy going on, they are not usually too much into like relationships, or maybe they want the commitment from their own person, from the one they love and the one they want, but not anybody else as such. They are not so much into karmics. They could be into karmics, but in a different way. Like they could be into the karmics, like, I just have to kill my time, and somebody is ready for that arrangement, and then this other person who was initially ready for the arrangement starts acting weird. So then they realize that this guy was not like that. Now he's also acting weird, so what's wrong? So eventually they realize that all the karmics they attract, they all come with very nice pleasantness and lovey-dovey talks, and they uplift you, but at the end of the day they're all body oriented and materialistic, and they want something. They always want something. Like, what do they want? You figure out that with time. Okay, so now when she is happy, she may not be with the karmic, or she may be with the karmic, I don't know, it's for everyone, it's different. Now when she is happy and she stopped thinking about him, she's not codependent on him, he realizes that she is happy, and she's happier than me, because she did not, just like me, she did not commit to anyone, she did not marry anyone, or she did not do any some other thing, some other crazy thing, but I did, and I'm in a trap, like a solid trap where I need to get out from. But she's free out there, she's living her life, doing her things. So now his competitive streak will awaken. So by the time they've reached the long separation, they've both grown so much, they've actually outgrown a lot of other things, and then they can see it clearly. They can see it with wide open eyes, wide open eyes as in the intuition is wide open, and they're like, dude, I am actually living the same horror I went through again and again. It happened in my childhood or adolescence or puberty, but it has already happened. It has already gone, but I am reliving this horror again and again. So it's not really the feminine's fault, or it's not really even the karmic's fault, because I attracted her. I was the one who pursued her, or I was the one who accepted her perusal for me. So it's actually something else I need to fix, and this is where, they start changing for the good, for the best, actually. Now, future will tell us about most people, but I also know from working with so many people that sometimes the twin flames are on a very good, amicable note, and sometimes they even continue living their own lives. But they have like a cordial relationship with each other. They are friendly with each other, or they can just like say hi, hello, what's up. Sometimes they harmonize with each other. They no longer want to do anything extreme, because they know it's not them that they're doing this. It's all the programming that was doing it. So it's better we work on the programming, and let's use all the things, all the people, all the situation that's around us. And they're not in a hurry after that, because it takes like so long for them to go away from each other. Sometimes, it takes 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years also. So when they come back to each other, they are not in a hurry anymore. They're not running, or they're not doing anything. They're just walking, or they're just sitting. They're very relaxed. They are actually very happy that they are now in good terms with each other. They don't have that negativity that they used to have, or that anger or frustration they used to have. They forgive each other because the karmics torture them so much, or the world around them tortures them so much, that they get awakened to the truth, to the ultimate truth, that it's all temporary, it's all illusional. We are here for a short time. We are here to heal ourselves, and we need to heal this planet, because this planet is a feminine planet, but it's very interesting that you can't, like, sometimes I feel that you can't completely say that Earth is totally feminine. I think Earth goes through 2 phases. One is a feminine phase and one is a masculine phase. In the descending times, I think there's a masculine phase is activated. In the ascending times, I think is the feminine phase is activated. And then there's this golden age, which is like neither masculine, neither feminine. There is complete total harmony. And then again, the same cycle repeats. So the cycles on Earth will not stop. But why are we here? So that we are not in those cycles for the rest of our eternity. Like how souls, they keep taking birth again and again. So these are also cycles, okay? So all this in-depth knowledge, it just downloads into them, step by step, one by one. Whether you go through a matrix sort of inner work, or you go through a spiritual inner work, whether you do it all by yourself or whether you work with someone else, in any case, there will be a time when you will realize that had I not done inner work, I would have never reached where I am today. So yeah, for your personal situations, you can check out the description box and you can write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. Kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me. I will see you soon in another one. One love and peace out.